Hey everybody, and welcome to another Realtor Rapid Fire, our 5-minute interview series where we interview top real estate agents to get their advice on how they manage their business in this crazy market in the hopes to help you, other real estate agents, in any way that we can. And today that we are joined by the one and only Stephanie Hall from EXP Game Changers. Stephanie, thank you very much for joining us today.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure to hang out and speak with you, Ken. It's great to see you as well.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So today we're talking in the last couple of interviews that I've done for the spring. We've been talking a lot about getting busy, right? So as the spring approaches, business starts picking up. Things start getting more and more fast paced. The calendar's filling in. What are some tools, techniques, or strategies that you use to help yourself stay organized in this busy time?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that it's really first off having a conversation with clients that might be preparing for this market. And then also so that I can start planning out my business and what the expectations and goals are going to be. And then I've always been really big by living by my calendar. Honestly, everything goes on there. Time blocking is really important. And then also the team that you surround yourself with. So I do have a virtual assistant that I've been working with for many years now. So we really make sure that we're prepared for the spring market too. And then also an amazing transaction coordinator, Danica Nicholas, that I've been working with for a very long time. So with that support, that really helps us get ready for the spring market. And then I've been a realtor for about 10 years now. So I know what to expect and how to capitalize on this market and help people the best that we can.
So, what are some of the things you do? What are some of the things that your virtual assistant helps you with?
Sure. So she does a lot of my social media. I
Okay.
give her a lot of the ideas. I fill her in on market updates, things like that I get from amazing lenders like you. And really, what is most important to share with the public and also with the clients that I'm going to be serving. She also helps me with my newsletter that I send out monthly and a lot of those marketing materials so I can just strictly stay focused on serving my clients and making myself as available as possible for them as we navigate this. Because you know that you have to be readily available during the day, at night, on weekends, and things like that. So.
I love that because a lot of times, like the marketing, the social media, it's all required stuff. You have to do it. They say that the most successful real estate agents aren't always necessarily the ones with the most knowledge. They're the ones who are most well known, and that's where that marketing piece comes in. So having that person who can take the heavy lifting, the creativity, which creativity for me, I love being creative, but I also know it takes a lot of energy, and you want to save that energy for your clients. So that's a really good insight there.
Yeah, and those people specialize in what they do. So then we
Yeah.
can just spend our time specializing in what we do, which is navigating the real estate market and being there for our clients.
Hmm.
And also making sure that we're continuing to educate ourselves and have time for that as well. Whether it's the masterminds or just talking to other agents and what they're seeing with the market, it all really matters. So that is not my specialty, and it can be much of a time waster. So I really try not to be on social media all that much if I can help it.
I love it. All right, now, so another thing about the spring market we know is multiple offers, and we've gotten some great advice from some really fantastic agents around how to navigate multiple offer situations. What's the most important thing for you to tell another buyer agent on how to manage multiple offer situations?
Absolutely. Conversation, set the expectations for your clients first. And make sure that you are working with a lender that you have a great relationship with. Everybody is on board about the financial situation of this buyer. If there's any grant programs that are involved, make sure you understand that so that you can communicate that to your client, but then also most importantly to the listing agent. So communication is so important, and your reputation as a realtor in this market. So I always reach out to the listing agent, find out what the needs are of the seller and how we can make that as easy as possible. And then also let the agent know that they're really working with someone that's professional, they can rely on us, and that the lender is readily available to follow up with that conversation as well.
I love that because it's almost like what one of the important ingredients of winning today is the integrity that you operated in 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. Like your reputation really does matter in some of these, like, real estate is a local community based, a space, and your reputation does matter. That's
Yeah.
more great insight. Thank you very much for that.
Absolutely. And we're going to be working together. So it's so important as a co op agent that you just start it off right, because then they're going to go back to that seller and relay that conversation and let the seller know at ease, be more at ease about what to expect. Because a lot of times they either haven't sold a home or they're in a stressful situation. And that's also what can be very important to the seller is, the risk that they are taking by taking your client's offer. Communication. When I submit the offer, I always follow up with a text message or a phone call. Absolutely make sure they received all the documents that they need. And then also lay that out in an email, bullet point. If you're looking at multiple offers, time is money. So you want to make sure that they don't have to follow back up with you and that everything they need is right there, and have the lender, you can call the agent and reassure them.
Absolutely. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to call the listing agent and let them know, hey, you got a great buyer, responsive, good people. Like there's more to it than just credit score when it comes to getting through a really good transaction for all parties. And let's look, the listing agent wants it to be effortless, just like the buyers do, just like the buyer agent, just like we do. So yeah, that's a big part of what we do. So, all right, last question, fun question. If there was a house, fictional, real, anywhere in the world, that you would list, that you would want to list, what house would it be and why?
Yeah, so anywhere in the world, I wasn't quite prepared for that, but I'm gonna open up my imagination a lot more. I've been thinking about my Florida real estate, getting my license down in Florida. So I would love to do some beautiful vacation home, Miami or whatever it might be, mansions. It'd be cool if, there was a celebrity attached to that. So that is on my goal for maybe
Those are
next
some of
year.
the sickest houses on the planet. When you're
Yeah.
down there in the
Like
bay and you're riding
MTV Crib
around.
style is what I'm
Yeah.
looking for. Maybe something I may not be able to afford now, but that would be really cool, really
Yeah.
special. And I do have my designation with luxury real estate, so I'm going to focus more on that as well.
There you go. Well, Stephanie, great answers today. Thank you so much for reaching out, and hopefully you will join us again.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ken. Talk to you soon.
You bet.